Good morning everyone. Welcome to ProTalent and I am Nitin Parmar. I welcome you all for this daily current affair module of 29th of December. My dear students, this module will cover 5 topics: FAANG monopoly, Singapore approves cultured chicken, landmark judgment by London court, and some situations of prisoners, and one of the very important against a section of Cr.P.C, which is section 357A. This is part of Cr.P.C. My dear students, from the exam point of view, we all understand that we can say various words are need to be known. Okay, if we try and focus on learning right amount of words, right quality of words, what is the specific meaning, it improves our capability. More importantly, current affair is a regular activity. We can't go by, you can say on a day one we are doing current affair and after a few days we are doing once again a current affair. That is not the idea. Current affair is an evolving activity. Okay, so you have to practice on it. I hope it is very clear to everyone. So my dear students, ProTalent brings one of the very important course for online part, which is called Master Course. You want to be part of Master Course? A new batch is going to start from first week of January. Okay, we are going to give a separate communication for that, and I'm sure you will definitely enjoy that particular module. There are so many students, you can say, who are enjoying it. Hi Khalil, how are you? How are you doing, Katik? Everything is good with you? Very good. So Arshia and Joy from Kerala, she writes and gives us inner voice and love for ProTalent. So my dear students, if you have love for ProTalent, please send it to us on protalentdigital@gmail.com. It is on protalentdigital@gmail.com. Okay, this is where you can send your love to ProTalent. Okay, Arshia Enjoy, she is from Trivandrum, Kerala. She was a, you can say, test series student. Okay, and she got 1663 rank and she made into NLU. Okay, she loved our free classes on YouTube. They were very comprehensive, especially the daily current affair analysis. That gave her additional edge over large number of students. The test series were of top-notch quality. My dear students, in fact, we are working very hard for developing good quality of questions for you. Okay, I'm sure you will definitely enjoy our good quality of test series. The quantity wise, it is also reasonably large. Okay, and monthly current affair compendium. My dear students, always remember this monthly compendium of ProTalent is very comprehensive. It is not one-liner. Many institutes may be giving you those current affairs which are one-liner. Here we are not giving one-liner, we are giving very specific information. Okay, I think that will give you a good understanding of every part. Okay, let's start to talk about FAANG. As it looks here, it is FAANG. FAANG monopoly. What is the meaning of FAANG monopoly? It is known as Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. These are big technology companies. These are big technology companies, and these companies are, you can say, tackling the entire businesses and capturing all the businesses through wrong things. One is a predatory business practices. What do you mean by predatory business practices? Let me give an example here. For example, Facebook. Okay, you understand predatory. Okay, so there are various meaning of predatory. Okay, okay, predatory is very different and predates is very different. So there are students who gets confused between predate and predatory. Predate, that is coming before a date. Okay, ये तरीके के words आपको RC में आएंगे when you are solving questions. ठीक है, and they are using predates and you get confused with predatory. That is wrong. So what is predatory? What is predatory pricing? You remember a company called Gillette? Yes or no? They developed these razor blades. Yes or no? Okay. Now they give you, you can say, the razor at 100 and let's say 180 rupees, while the blade they give is at 230 rupees per piece. Yes or no? That is called predatory pricing. What do you mean by predatory pricing? Once you have taken a razor, okay, which comes with a blade obviously, so you feel it is cheaper for you. Once you take it, you must consume the next part at a higher price. So for example, Facebook has a predatory business practices. Any, you can say, startup which is going up, okay, and they are possibly becoming a threat to Facebook. Facebook purchases those startup, like Facebook purchased Instagram, Facebook purchased, you can say, this WhatsApp. So these are called predatory business practices. Amazon does the same, predatory business practices. So when you go through Amazon, they try and capture all your data wherever you go, whatever the access, whatever things you access, and they are, you can say, following you. Once they start following you, okay, they will definitely know that this is what you are interested in purchasing it, and they possibly try and change their pricing. So this is called predatory business practices. They also do one more part, which is called tax avoidance. My dear students, always remember, okay, with taxation there are three words. One is called tax planning, okay, second is called tax avoidance, okay, and third is called tax evasion. Okay, now what is the meaning of this tax planning? Okay, when you are planning your taxation in the letters and spirit of law, in the letters and the spirits of law, I'm sure you understand this, letters and spirits of law, which means if the law tells you that you have to pay taxation, you will pay, but you will find out ways wherein the taxation can be reduced, the tax burden can be reduced. This is what you are doing, and that is legal and, you can say, ethical. While tax avoidance is you follow the letters of law, but you are not following the spirit of law, which means you find out loopholes in the law system, okay, and try to use it for your own benefit. So for example, in the tax avoidance front, with all these companies, what do? They put their businesses into certain tax havens. You know tax havens, look at the spelling, okay, tax havens, ये स्वर्ग वाला heaven नहीं है. Yes or no? This is not Swarg wala. Okay, this is, you can say, tax heaven, which is wherein there is a tax protection available. Okay, so they do that. Okay, and what happens? Many countries are not able to tax them. For example, let's say Netflix. You purchase a lot of things from Netflix. Possibly, government is not able to get taxation from that. Why? Because Netflix says we are not there in your country. Okay, our business, our company is situated somewhere else. Okay, we are simply giving businesses in online mode. So that is tax avoidance, misuse of data. Very famously known is Google for that, okay, or Amazon for that, or Facebook for that. There was a kind of, you can say, allegation on Facebook that in last election of India, they favored one of the party, and Facebook misused that data. Okay, so these are the bad practices. Okay, these are bad practices. Okay, in fact, in a big technology world, okay, I also missed out one point here, tax evasion. Now what is tax evasion? You evade taxation. Okay, you evade taxation. That means you don't follow letters and you don't follow spirits of it. So this is definitely illegal. Okay, this is legal but unethical. Okay, and this is legal as well as ethical. Yes or no? Okay, let me talk about this big technology firms. Now big technology firms are putting so much of, you can say, efforts in their technology, in their market, that finally the winner, whosoever is the first ranker, okay, will take everything. This is really a big issue. Okay, so that means they are developing a power where winner takes all of the platform. For example, let's say Google. Their business practice for search engine is in such a manner that you can say all of us are on Google. Okay, if there is a startup which comes in, ठीक है, if there is a startup which comes in, that company will never be in a position to compete against Google. Yes or no? This is very crucial. ठीक है. For example, अभिषेक कुमार बोलते हैं, recently Competition Commission of India initiated a probe against Google for the abuse of their dominant market position. In fact, there are, you can say, some issues taking place with the Facebook as well. ठीक है. Then that is, you can say, Commission for, you can say, Trade Federation of USA. They filed, you can say, anti-monopoly, you can say, act on them. Okay, so Facebook is under heavy pressure. Okay, they have to remove hate speech, fake news out of their entire system. US legislatures are investigating secretive political ads in Facebook. In fact, in India, they supported one of the political party. This is what you can say, blamed by Wall Street Journal. This is very important. Okay, and this is also very important that they are trying to purchase companies so that they squeeze out the, you can say, competition. Okay, similarly, Google, 2 months ago, US Justice Department launched an investigation into Google's deal with various partnership firms, wherein they blocked few other companies to be there on the Google. Okay, so for example, let's say you are not working with Google, okay, and you are not paying a lot of money to Google as an advertisement. Google will not show your company on the search. This is a bad thing, because at the end of the day, search is a public utility. However, Google has given that. We understand that. Google has given a platform. So Google must earn something, but not at the expense of showing wrong information to us. Okay. Texas filed a lawsuit against Google alleging a deal with Facebook to rig auctions for internet advertisement space. So what happens? Google and Facebook have tied up for advertisement related thing. Yes or no? So that means these two companies are having a kind of rate pact. एक एग्रीमेंट कर देते हैं ये लोग, और उस एग्रीमेंट की वजह से it becomes very challenging. Similarly, there was an investigation by European Union. European Union imposed 2.7 billion US dollar fine on Google for skewing search results for the benefit to its shopping service, and that means they are showing only those companies. They are showing only those companies where they are going to get money from. Similarly, Amazon is also playing unfairly with the third party merchant data. Okay, so they are unfairly using that data, and similarly they are routing their profit through tax havens. So this is very important. So these are the tax havens. Okay, this is specifically only about Canada. Okay, so various companies of Canada where they are, you can say, gaining advantage, you can say, by doing business from these countries. Okay, so this is only of Canada. Now look at the India, America, how much money they are going to get benefited. Look at the companies. Cayman Island. Okay, Cayman Island, you remember Vodafone case, हमने कल बात करी थी. Yes or no? केन एनर्जी के बारे में याद है आपको? रिट्रोस्पेक्टिव टैक्सेशन. वोडाफोन ने यहाँ पे केमन आइलैंड में एक फर्जी सी कंपनी बनाई. उस फर्जी सी कंपनी ने इंडिया में आके हचिसन को खरीदा, और फिर कुछ दिनों के बाद वोडाफोन ने वो फर्जी सी कंपनी केमन आइलैंड से खरीदी. सो इन अ वे दे आर परचेजिंग, यू कैन से, हचिसन. Yes or no? So we want a lot of taxation. Singapore, Cyprus. You know Cyprus? Currently, there is a dispute going on at Cyprus between Greece and Turkey. Okay, क्यों? क्योंकि Turkey is planning a lot of oil exploration, gas exploration in Cyprus. Cyprus एक छोटा सा island nation है. Yes or no? Luxembourg, याद है? स्टील की कंपनीज. Yes, अपने आर्सेलर मित्तल, लक्ष्मी मित्तल साहब, उनकी कंपनी लग्जमबर्ग में है. क्यों लग्जमबर्ग में इतनी बड़ी स्टील की कंपनी है? लग्जमबर्ग में बनाने का मकसद ही ये था ताकि वहां पे इट इज अ टैक्स हेवन, वहां पे टैक्स रेट्स बहुत कम है. लुक एट स्विट्जरलैंड. व्हाई पीपल आर स्पेंडिंग और हैविंग, यू कैन से, लॉट ऑफ मनी, ब्लैक मनी इन दैट Switzerland? Because Switzerland is a neutral country. They do not have heavy taxation there. ठीक है, they allow large number of people to come there and put a lot of money in it. Okay, so these are the various examples for that. Coming back to another issue called Singapore Food Agency. Remember, this food agency approved a lab grown meat product. That is first time in the world a country approved lab grown meat. First time in the world. Remember that, okay? It is first time. It is known as cultured meat. Lab grown meat is called cultured meat. Okay, this is cleared for sale in the world, which means we are going to grow in future. Remember, my dear students, this cultured meat is a crucial part. Why cultured meat is a crucial part? Because this is developed inside a laboratory. This is developed inside a laboratory. Okay, this product is produced by one startup from USA, which is, the name is Eat Just. Okay, the company has announced that the product will be manufactured with local partners by the brand name of Good Meat. Okay, so what happens there? They take animal, they take a biopsy of it and find out stem cells from that. We all understand stem cells. Stem cells are very crucial, okay, for the development of, we can say, varieties of the things. For example, जब बच्चा पैदा होता है ह्यूमन में, उसका स्टेम सेल उसकी अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड के साथ कनेक्टेड होता है, तो स्टेम सेल निकालते हैं, उसको स्टेम सेल बैंक में रखते हैं, so that in future if certain organs are not functioning with that person, okay, so that organs can be developed with the help of stem cell. Yes or no? So similarly here they are developing, we can say, tissues, cells, okay, from these stem cells. Okay, so this is as good as real, we can say, meat. It is as good as real meat. Okay, but it is made from stem cell. I hope it is very clear to you. Okay, how lab grown or cultured meat are different from the plant based meat. So when you talk about lab grown meat, okay, they are made from, you can say, plant sources such as, you can say, sorry, not lab grown, but plant based meat. Okay, plant based meat, this is wrong. Plant based meat is developed from plant, so they are actually vegetable. They are veg, non-veg. Okay, okay. So if you go and let's say you want to purchase a meat, you want to have a burger and at McD, they say it's a veg because the meat inside is derived from the veg item. Okay, so that is coming from plant. The look, the texture, okay, the feel, everything is like meat, but it is made from veg. Okay, while the cultured meat is developed from cells. So this is laboratory. The real meat and the cultured meat, they are no longer different. They are same. They are no longer different. They are same. Okay, okay. So traditional meat and the cultured meat, they are same because they derive from a same source, but they are different because one is developed from the real thing, other is developed through, we can say, laboratory method. Okay, now this laboratory method that is called cultured meat helps in many ways, because to, we can say, get meat from the real animals, we have to spend a lot of money, okay, to develop those animals. Now that is at the expense of environment, because we have to grow so much of, we can say, food. They consume those foods, and then we take meat from them. Yes or no? Now with the help of this, we are actually saving a lot on environment. This is very crucial. Okay, and thereby this has a big impact in future. This has a big impact on future because it is as good as meat. Okay, because it is developed from laboratory. Okay, there are no problem with it. In fact, this will save us from those zoonotic diseases like the disease which we are getting nowadays, that is called corona, that is coming from bats. ठीक है, so ये बिल्कुल उससे बचाएगा because we will have a laboratory grown meat only. I think this is pretty comfortable for you to understand. Very good. So remember Singapore. remember, ठीक है, the company called Eat Just and the brand name is called Good Meat. Okay, this is very important. In a landmark judgment in London, ठीक है, a London court found that the death of a 9-year-old girl in 2013 was caused by air pollution. Now this is very unique. Okay, remember why it is unique. I'll help you out to understand that, but first let's understand. Roshan Pandey, we have already taken farmers bill. There is a special video available on 3 farm bills. Please search it. It is already available. Okay. Yes. Very good. So WHO, air pollution, WHO के मुताबिक air pollution kills 7 million people across the world. Okay. Which corona is not able to kill so many people in the world. Okay. It is air pollution which is killing us. Okay. So WHO, who is the head of the WHO? Tell me, who is the chairman of WHO? WHO was established in which year? ठीक है, please बताइए, established in which year? This is very important. So what happened in this judgment? Okay, so London Inner South Coroner Court. So what is coroner? Coroners are independent judges. They are independent medical examiners. They give their judgment. ठीक है, they gave that the death of Ella Kissi-Debrah. Ella Kissi-Debrah was happened due to air pollution. So the coroners approved it. Okay, very good. Shivam Rana and Tedros. You can say Tedros. This is very important. Anushka, yes, that's very good. So Ella Kissi-Debrah was going from, you can say, every day she was walking to and from the school for a particular road. In that particular road, you can say the pollution was above the legal standard. Okay? So the traffic and nitrogen oxide coming from the traffic exceeded legal standard, and that was responsible for multiple seizures and final acute asthma attack. Okay? On the, you can say, Ella Kissi-Debrah, and thereby they blamed it on the failure, okay, by the state to prioritize public health. So the onus is on the, you can say, state. That state could not manage the public health, and thereby people are dying. Remember this. This is very crucial. This kind of judgment are known as landmark judgment in the world, because for the first time there is a sort of, we can say, the liability. The liability is created on state, that is government. Government did not focus. Government did not focus on the public health, and thereby this is called landmark judgment. Do you understand this? All of you are able to understand this? Say yes or no. I will be able to understand from your perspective कि आपको ये समझ में आया या नहीं. ठीक है. Now let's talk about one very important news item which is related to the, you can say, issues related to prisoners. So we will get to understand many things from this. Okay. There were incidents of prisoners, namely, you can say, Stan Swami and Gautam Navlakha. Okay. They are, you can say, telling us that there is a problem with respect to state of our prisons. In the prisons of India, there are many problems which are against human rights of a person. Okay. So from this, we are going to learn that who are these people, what is the case, and why there is a problem in the prison. So both these people, in fact all of them, okay, Anand Tiltumde, okay, Henny Babu, all of them were, they are under trial prisoners, which means trial is going on against them. There are allegations on them. There is a trial going on them. Okay, and therefore they are in prison. Okay, under what? Bhima Koregaon case. I will explain what is Bhima Koregaon case just a minute. Okay, so they said there are few requirements for them. One of them is 80-year-old who wants to get CR.P.C cup and a straw because of Parkinson's disease. So what happens in a Parkinson's disease? Your hand is, you can say, shaking a lot. Your body is continuously shaking. So when you take the, you can say, glass of water and you want to drink, you can't continue like this. this is really not possible. Okay, and thereby they wanted a sipper cup and a straw. They said we will not give you. Okay, ठीक है. Another wants to get a pair of glasses to replace a broken pair. So उनके glasses टूटे हुए हैं, they want a new pair. ठीक है, they denied them so that they cannot read. Due to this situation, Bombay High Court observes conducting the workshop to sensitize prison staff. So it is possibly the prison staff may not be very comfortable with this entire idea. They don't know how to treat them. Okay, this matter has gone to the courts because there is an indication of the fact that there is little space for ground level staff to make operational decisions due to political reasons. So due to political reasons, these people are not getting benefited. Due to political reasons, these people are not getting benefited. Yes or no? Okay. And the operational staff are not able to perform their duty. So what is this Bhima Koregaon case? In 2018, okay, the 200th anniversary of Bhima Koregaon. So Bhima Koregaon was a war between Britishers and Marathas. Okay, it was a war between Britishers and Marathas. The place called Bhima Koregaon, where Dalits of India, they supported Britishers, and Britisher won against Maratha, and thereby those people celebrate that we won. Okay, so that is annual, you can say, celebratory gathering that happens every year on 1st of January. In 2018, when they did this, there was a violence and stone pelting by some anti-social elements. Okay. In this incident, a death of 28-year-old youth, and there were injury to 5 people, and thereby they said that it happened due to this Elgar Parishad. Elgar Parishad was this, you can say, celebration by the, you can say, famous Dalits. Okay, famous Dalits of India. They celebrated at this place, but some anti-social element took place, and thereby there was allegation that these people might have, the allegation on them is these people incited violence. Okay, these people, you can say, provoked population there. Okay, this is how the idea is. Okay, so now let's understand some, you can say, rules related to prison rule. One of them is called Nelson Mandela Rules of 2015. They are issued by United Nations. You remember Nelson Mandela was in prison for more than 28 years. Okay, so this is very important. Model Prison Manual 2016. It is by Ministry of Home Affairs. They issued it. Okay, they are talking about what care, what treatment, and what rehabilitation has to be done to the prisoners. Okay. Similarly, on a various judgments by Supreme Courts and High Courts, it is always provided that the human rights or possibly prisoners have to be treated in a, you can say, human format. Okay, so they are like humans and they have to be treated in this way. Okay, there are various other laws where they are focusing on under trials. Okay, great. And now we come to one of the very famous judgment. Remember, this is so crucial. Okay, this is so crucial. We all understand that there is a difference between a crime and a tort. Now what happens? What is the difference between tortious liability, okay, and criminal liability? If anyone knows this, please tell me. Okay, this is important. So what happens in a tortious liability? Okay, so a defendant who has done wrong to a plaintiff. So you know what defendant? Yes or no? A defendant had done something wrong to a plaintiff. Okay, the defendant must compensate. There is a compensation. Okay, here in a crime, okay, there is a prosecutor called state. Okay, so state on behalf of victim, they are, you can say, filing case against the, you can say, the crime committer. So that person is called alleged person. Okay, is an alleged person. He is also a defendant here, alleged person. Okay, and then there is a punishment here. Okay, state की कोई टॉर्चुअस लायबिलिटी क्रिएट नहीं होती है, ठीक है, स्टेट की कोई टॉर्चुअस लायबिलिटी क्रिएट नहीं होती है. इन अ फेमस केस of Kerala High Court, they have understood that section 357A of subclause 1 of 45 of CRPC, they said they are substantive in character. Let's understand this word in few minutes, and I will explain this word. What is substantive? Okay, this is very crucial. So substantive in character, and the victims under section 357A 4 of CRPC are entitled to claim compensation for the incidents. ठीक है, they are entitled to claim compensation. This is very important. ठीक है, that occurred even prior to the coming into the force of the said provision, which means will this provision be applicable from a retrospective effect? ठीक है, this is very interesting. You all understand that in our constitution we have article number 20. Article number 20 talks about, you can say, no ex post facto law. You understand this? No ex post facto law. What is no ex post facto law? It means no law will be applicable from a previous date. Okay, this is very crucial. ये बहुत जरूरी है. हालांकि यहाँ पे ये कहानी थोड़ी चेंज हो रही है. The point they have used is by giving the benefits to victims under section 357A for the crimes that occurred prior to 31/12/2009, the statutory provision is not given a retrospective effect. Instead, a prospective benefit is given based on antecedent fact. This is a very crucial point to understand. Okay, those students who are preparing for law entrance examination like CLAT, they must understand this line. Okay, you must be able to understand these lines, because in your examination, when you appear for law entrance examination, you will get this kind of statements. With these statements, you will be in a position to understand exactly कि इस लाइन का मतलब क्या है, and examiner will be in a position to differentiate between students. ठीक है, someone who is regularly studying and trying to improve on the capability are the students who are going to grow in a big way. Okay, very good. So Sarandhar बोलते हैं tort liability is wrongdoing against someone. Okay, tortious liability means that they will have, you can say, torrum's victim for the harm that they caused. ठीक है, they have to reimburse. Okay, they have to reimburse victim for the harm that they caused. Agreed. ठीक है, tortious liability spelling पे ध्यान दीजिएगा रुशान पांडे जी. ठीक है, so exactly what happened with the fact. ठीक है, डेट्स याद रखिएगा दोस्तों. यहाँ पे 26 मार्च, ठीक है, 2008 एक मोटर व्हीकल एक्सीडेंट हुआ था. ठीक है, मोटर व्हीकल एक्सीडेंट हुआ था दोस्तों. ठीक है, जब मतलब रास्ते पे एक्सीडेंट होता है, ठीक है, so then the various states have developed, you can say, certain laws to compensate the people who are the victim of motor accident. I'm sure you know it. The new motor vehicle, you can say, act is also giving that compensation. The new motor vehicle act is also giving compensation to the victims of accident. Okay, remember that. This is very important. That may be your homework. Okay, that may be your homework. New motor vehicle, you can say, act. Please, you can say, focus on it. This is very important. You must know this information. So the accident took place on 26/3/2008. Okay, the victim died. Okay, and then on 2013, the family asked the compensation from Kerala government. Compensation from Kerala state government. Okay, now Kerala government established an inquiry committee. Okay, inquiry committee decided that they will be providing 3,03,000 rupees as a compensation. Okay, remember all this came on after this, you can say, family filed this, you can say, compensation plea at Kerala state. This happened in 2013. Remember, the event took place in 2008. Okay, okay. So this is an inquiry they have decided. However, the state law for the compensation was, you can say, coming from the effect of, you can say, some around 31/12/2009. Now look at the date. This had happened in 2008. The law came into existence, okay, from this date. So state government of Kerala challenged this issue that we will not be in a position to pay this much. If we are going to pay this kind of money with a retrospective effect, our coffers will actually get empty. We will not be able to manage. Okay, we can manage for any prospective event, but we can't manage with a retrospective event. I hope you understand this. Do you understand this idea? Okay, आपका इवेंट हुआ था 2008 में, लॉ इंप्लीमेंट हुआ है 2009 से. So we will not be able to go to the, you can say, previous date, and we will not be in a position to do this. This is what state government argued in the court. Is that very clear? Yes or no? बात समझ में आया? चलिए, ग्रेट. तो इसको हम समझते हैं. सबसे पहला, ठीक है, ये 357 है, ठीक है. उसके बारे में उन्होंने ये सवाल बड़ा पैदा हुआ कि ये सब्सटेंटिव है या प्रोसीजर है. क्यों ऐसा सवाल पैदा हुआ? अगर वो प्रोसीजर है, ठीक है, मतलब वी हैव टू फॉलो स्टेप बाय स्टेप. ओके, प्रोसीजरल है तो इट इज स्टेप बाय स्टेप. Okay, so they have to only follow the procedure. When it is substantive, it is creating rights. ठीक है, substantive laws are creating rights. Okay, अभी मैं 2 मिनट में समझाता हूं. पहले समझ लेते हैं कोर्ट के ऑब्जर्वेशन क्या रहे. कोर्ट in its judgment observed that the criminal jurisprudence has always been accused centric. ठीक है, जो accused है उसके ऊपर ध्यान दिया जाता है. ठीक है, every criminal justice system is accused centric, it is not victim centric. ठीक है, however, with the advent of the philosophy of victim compensation, so there is a new philosophy which is coming, that victim should be compensated. So my dear students, in today's time, in the new criminal justice system, people are working on victim compensation. ठीक है, victim impact assessment, that kind of ideas are getting developed. These are the new ideas are getting developed in the law in today's time. ठीक है, with its avowed purpose not to award damages analogous to those in the cases of tortious liability. So they are not going as good as tortious liability, but to give a solace, shanti, santwana, by way of compensation out of public purse. So it is not tortious liability kind of scenario where, let's say, you scratched my Mercedes car, okay, so you have to pay money to me. That is the compensation. While here it is not a compensation, but it is a solace. It is given by the state. The money is coming from the public purse, okay, for the injury sustained, whether the offender had been brought to trial or not. ठीक है, a new stakeholder in the criminal law was ushered in. The new stakeholder is a state. Okay, state is a new stakeholder. They will be paying money. The court also noted that the state has a humanitarian responsibility to assist crime victims. This is a new thing which is coming up. Remember, my dear friends, I think in this year's examination, this idea will be very crucial. Okay, so to assist crime victims, they have a humanitarian responsibility, and also that assistance is provided because of the social conscience of its citizens and symbolic act of compensation. ठीक है, court held that victim is one who suffers any loss or injury by reason of act or omission of another in which offender has not been traced or identified, or against whom a trial has not taken place. ठीक है, so here they have given a very interesting definition of a victim. Okay, so this is 357 के मुताबिक. So here the big question is whether it is a substantive or a procedural provision. Remember my friends, always focus on this. Okay, what is a substantive law? A substantive law creates, defines and regulates rights. Okay, this is what substantive law creates. Okay, so for example, IPC is a substantive law, CRPC is a procedural law. Okay, and while procedural law creates method, so they create method for enforcing or having a redressal for rights so created. So rights are created or liabilities are created in IPC. CRPC is a procedural part. So within CRPC, we have a section 357. Should it be termed? Should it be termed as a procedural part or should it be termed as substantive? So Apex Code said that substantive law is a part of law which creates, defines, regulates rights. ठीक है, ये अभी हमने बोल दिया. ठीक है, so they said that reading of section 357A will make it explicit that the said subclauses create right upon the victim to obtain an award of compensation on satisfying certain, you can say, conditions stipulated therein. Yes or no? This is very crucial. So from this discussion, Supreme Court gave a clear judgment that this is definitely a substantive one. I hope it is very clear. Yes or no? ठीक है. रुशान पांडे जी बोलते हैं, सर इज इट नेसेसरी टू रिमेंबर ऑल आईपीसी एंड सीआरपीसी टू क्रैक CLAT? No, there is no need. Don't worry about it. But you should know how the ideas are getting developed. What is the meaning of substantive law? What is a procedural provision? I think this is what you should be knowing. Okay, chali, great. So with this, I'm closing this module. My dear students, how are you finding these videos? If you are liking it, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, share this video to large number of people. These are available free of cost to everyone. Number one. Number two, you want to purchase our test series. Our test series are available in two format. One is offline, other is online. ठीक है, we have online video course available, wonderful video course available. It has so exhaustive content, the kind of quantity and the quality we provide, that is wonderful. Okay, please do not miss out on this. Okay, this is very crucial. Apart from that, there is a special study material module available. You can purchase everything. All these things are available on protalentdigital.com, or you want to purchase, you can say, the online video courses. They are available on courses.protalentdigital.com. Okay, these are wonderful modules. Okay, apart from that, okay, you can get an app of ProTalent, which is ProTalent Digital. Okay, I think that will help you a lot. Okay, thank you very much for watching this and all the best for your preparation.